Okay, so today this is for the fermentation technique. We're gonna make some product that use a fermentation technique. We're gonna make a honeycomb bread by using yeast. So let's go, guys. We must have wheat flour, egg, yeast, water, milk powder, condensed sweetened milk, margarine, vegetable shortening, sugar, chocolate chips, and honey. First of all, you're gonna mix all the dry ingredients including 500 grams of wheat flour, 1 spoon of milk powder, and also 1 scoop of sugar. So now is the time to activate the yeast. We need 2 teaspoons of yeast to be added into 100 ml of warm water and a bit of sugar. The yeast will start to be active as we see the bubble created by the yeast. This is because the yeast use up the sugar to create the bubbles. Then we prepared an egg and 2 spoons of sweetened milk to be dissolved in 200 ml of water. Then we mix all the dry ingredient, yeast mixture, and also the liquid ingredient together to become dough. Later on, we added vegetable shortening, chocolate chips, and margarine into the dough. We continue mixing, kneading until the dough are mixed well and becoming incorporated. After that, we need to rest the dough about 30 minutes. In this resting period, fermentation takes place. The fermentation process causes the dough to rise and become bigger. Rising is the most dramatic physical change a dough on account of yeast activity. Actually, rising is a product of respiration. When a flour meets the water, enzyme called enriched begin to break down the flour starch into simpler sugar. As the yeast consume the sugar, they produce carbon dioxide that congregate in tiny air bubbles. These bubbles inside the dough trapped by the gluten structure and make the dough to rise. The yeast cell consumes sugar and produce ethanol and carbon dioxide. The alcohol produced by the fermentation process gives the bread a characteristic flavor and aroma. At room temperature, the fermentation could take place about 1.5 until 2.5 hours. Warmer temperature will cause the dough to rise faster than cooler temperature. Then, take the dough into shaping process. Shape the dough into sphere and put the dough inside the shaping pan that had been sprayed by the margarine. Put it nicely until it looks like a honeycomb. Then we rest the dough again about 30 minutes. For further fermentation process, cover the dough with cloth. The dough will rise until about 2 times of the shape. Now is the time to put the dough into the oven for baking process. Baking the dough at 160 degrees Celsius for about 45 minutes. This high temperature will kill the yeast and evaporate the alcohol produced. After baking, spread margarine on the top and put honey as the topping for the bread. Now the honeycomb bread are ready to be served. This honeycomb bread have a specialty, which it has a chocolate chips to make the taste become better. Also feel milky bread as the usage of powdered milk in the dough mixture. The honey topping make the bread more tasty and delicious menu to be eaten. This selling point will attract the customer and also make them fall in love with the honeycomb bread. The honeycomb bread have a good benefit for the consumer. As we know, the bread contains fiber, which is essential nutrient to be eaten every day, and it also have the prebiotic effect. It helps much in digestive system and also make the stomach feel much fuller. Bread contains protein, which can reduce the appetite by feeling fuller. It also increases the muscle mass and maintain the bone health. Bread can be enriched with micronutrients such as iron, which help oxygen transportation to muscle, thiamine, which is vitamin B1 that help convert nutrients into the energy, riboflavin, vitamin B2 helps the cell functions and also fat metabolism and energy production. Niacin, vitamin B3 helps bodies derived from food and also has calcium which support the bone and teeth and also help in blood vessel contract and muscle function. Bread contains folic acid which benefit in repairing and synthesizing DNA, which helping cellular division and maturation of red blood cell. It also promoting other metabolic processes folic acid to prevent folic deficiency.